Directly into the pistol. No stopping. No doubts. And INTZ lost 14-16 on Inferno. Now need to prove that they are the better team here on the server. Everything else would be a bit of a shock if you would ask me. There's no evidence. I mean, they have proven what they are able to do. Either way. Mirage. A map where a lot of individual skill needs to come in. INTZ. Oh, thankfully he got yelled, because otherwise he's going to be dead anytime soon. Xan, hardly any HP left. They're going to be taken out. Mirage quickly updating you what's the case about this map. INTZ played this 5 times and won it 5. Has played 10 times and won it 5 out of 10 times. Picking up wins against teams like Singularity, Luminosity, United. Quite alright lads. Quite alright teams, to put it that way. So, oh, Xan, take a look at his patience. So, oh no, you would have loved to see it. Doesn't work in the end. And there it goes. Evidence to bring the second on the board, even though if Cello has the Galil, I honestly don't think this is going to work.
Bomb has been planted.
And as though the player waits back in apartments of B, not gonna really happen too much. As the Galil brought through is nice. He's just gonna watch about a blast radius. As with no armor, that is painful. Actually, highly painful. And there you go. 2-0. Okay then. And to take a quick look at what the odds are. Surprisingly good for INTZ. I'm honestly not on par with that. I don't yet understand it. And as a pretty much immediate or seemingly immediate aggression comes down onto the A site. Evidence. They'll show us what they're made of. There you go. Easily. INTZ is having the control of the Ox. I mean, superior weapon indeed. Another PC crash. Okay. I very honestly don't understand how you can play with a PC that is crashing that often. I mean, brutally honest. I mean, I imagine at least that means PC crash. I don't know Portuguese. And this map decides it all. 2 PC I don't know. How does it work simultaneously? How do both? I mean, are they... I'm not going to even ask. I don't get it. I accept it. And as we're still in the pause, the previous map nearly gave me a heart attack. Nearly. Not there yet. I'm not that old, obviously, but close to it. There's the first. Ta-da! Seconds? Come on. And there we go. Already all restarted immediately. Surprising, actually. And so, in a matter of seconds, KNG and Co should reign supreme. I mean, obviously. If you aren't surprised. So, I mean, actually there shouldn't have been any frags happening, but it is how it is. You can't change it up. So, all done well, all done right. So it goes, Destiny. Now another of the Eagles. I mean, I don't want to say they shouldn't reign supreme, right? You know how it is with evidence in the pistols. They have proven us, in many cases, very interestingly wrong. Oof. That hurts. That's painful. That's painful. Is it more to come for Dumao? Oh, this is more to come for Dumao. One single bullet and a hypnotic is going to make their opponent a little dizzy. Yell, as well as Cello, should have no opportunity taking him... Pardon, to be taken down. Right way around. 22 seconds. And he burns away one. It is yet again no real time to put that one down. No real time to get on it. The molly, it lands right. But he has no opportunities to move. 10 seconds. He knows he's bench. But now he does. But how close did Dumao make that? How close? I mean, really? Another T timeout, at this time not of technical nature, thankfully. Two to two. Previous round got way too close. I think we don't really need to discuss that too much. So Jello takes down one. It works all for INTZ at this point in time. I mean, you should say it should work all for INTZ at this point in time. Initial situation is brilliant. Skull looking for the best, but fine, like the rest. With those pistols, partly believe it. KNG though, I mean, he rather takes a more passive angle, lets one of his teammates do it. In the meantime, as I say that, one of his teammates dies in the process. Dangerous. Again, take a look at it. So dangerous. The damage! Unbelievable, but either way, they survive. I mean, they mostly survive. Dumao, I mean, we don't really need to show. We don't really need to see Dumao doing that again. We know how nasty he is with the deagle. We know what crazy performance he brings to the table. And this one doesn't work. With now the AKs in the hand back of evidence, I'm not so sure if it's gonna be that easy. I'm looking very much forward what to see with that. I'm very much looking forward how evidence gonna try to bounce that one back. And as I say it, Four to 2, and Destiny's patience paying off. I mean, he nearly flicks around, and this is where I would start to be intimidated. He waits back in the corner. Oh, Dumao with 2! Yes, indeed! His opponent dinged down to 1. I mean, he was dinged down to 1 the right way around, but Jesus, INTZ. So unfortunate. And as they bring through 2 ops, that's partial success. INTZ in the meantime, though. It's just a little confusing. I mean, they still got the money to some degree. We see one of the UMPs coming in. And evidence. The team that would set them up. I mean, they're not even in the top 100. You have to see it like this. INTZ with stars like KNG would definitely perform to do much more. Talking about KNG, he gets the second and most definitely looks for more. At that point in time, he needs to rely on his teammates doing the proper work. They do. Skull just looking for the op though, and that's devastating. It's disgusting. Cello, don't rule him out yet, but spotted with just a bit of plywood hiding him. It's not gonna make it work. Map number 3, timeout number 1. If we quickly want to mention Mirage, the statistics tell us that INTZ, first of all, is a bit slightly more CT-sided, whilst evidence is a bit more T-sided. On the other side, the sample size of evidence is fairly low. Only 2 matches on record. Whilst, you know, as INTZ is a bit more popular in the world, or a bit more known. Play a few qualifiers here and there. For example, played Luminosity at ECS Season 7 in A Week 5, where they have actually beaten LG. So, it's so weird and so confusing. I mean, this round, of course, just an entire meat grinder. If I would know any Brazilian meal that is full of meat, then I would say it's that meal, but fresh meat served. Evidence the butchers sell it for fresh. And so INTZ finally back on the right buy. Orc, op. I mean, Xan. They're with the end for to probably go for the utility. Yeah, understandable choice. I mean, said, yeah, by the way, evidence are gonna bring it on map 3, like, yeah, right. Who are you trying to fool here? Indians. Evidence, they deliver us a fight that's absolutely outstanding, and KNG and Kodo in this round shut down everybody who tries to approach B. INTZ with number 5 on the board for sure. I mean, Counter-Strike is the game of the magicians, where everything that seems unrealistic and against every single law come to work. Talking about that. Uh-oh. This is the moment where we see KNG beheaded. This is the moment where we see KNG beheaded, but let's molly nicely thrown. KNG smokes himself off. He doesn't want to become a victim, and that was very nice to see. Xando finally arrives, and the support is there. And I want to tell you a story from my good friend Swanee, if he listens, which he doesn't. Hi, Swanee. He used to be the analyst for SK Gaming when SK were SK. And I remember, was it the Boston Major or 100 Thieves were not able to attend? I think it was the Boston Major. Before I continue the story, because just remember where we stopped. Boston Major, 100 Thieves, KNG. Let me just leave that there. In the meantime, Biel wants to hold them up and knows that one drops. Headshot number 1, granted a second. It's not gonna come. As the bomb has hit the ground, a bit problematic for INTZ at this point. The B side, which they were slaughtered beforehand, now easily obtained. INTZ doing themselves a favor. Now I can talk about it. So, was it E-League? Where did... I have to... What was it? Hold on, I know where to find that. Because they had stickers, so I look at CSGO stash. Yes, I do accept your privacy. I need to know that because otherwise I'm driving crazy. 100 Boston. It was Boston 2018. And I remember my good friend Swanee, who used to be the analyst, as I said, of SK back at the time, told me, and I was not telling it back then, but now I can. He said this is probably the best possible winner for the Boston Major due to the reason that they were playing so good in pracs. And like, sure, pracs are not officials, but it gives you a clear idea. It gives you a clear picture, or a good picture at least. And then what happened? They couldn't attend. In the meantime, Demount takes down KNG first. Follow-up situation. The money off INTZ will look fairly sinister. But that, I mean, actually badly sinister. To once more update you. Losing bonus will be the third for them, more than the fourth. No, actually the fourth. But so far, we aren't yet. Talking about it. Oh, Accent. With 2 kills by the book, a third that might be granted. He goes down ticket booth as he realized he would be an easy victim. But so brilliantly from gone. Peeking simultaneously. That was the strategy needed. INTZ are in it. Well, legitimately. And evidence. The squad that most likely is the favorite in this. I mean, most likely they are the favorite. They were the favorite. Cello realizes it's all going A. This is a major push. Evidence is trying to use it all. Cello drops down. First frack is on the board for him, but fully blinded. You don't do a thing. I think it was even a team flash that got him killed. And so Evidence is putting a lot of pressure on INTZ. The A side is somewhat under their control. Disgustingly making it work. INTZ yet again about to collapse. And they save yet again. And so, ends. Pardon. INTZ and ends. I think somebody already wrote earlier. INTZ is evil ends. Like the idea. So evidence. Oh, did he hear the attack? It was actually his own teammate. I don't know about it. Either way. As you see right there. Once more slow play. Evidence really sets it up in a sort of manner where they either push through massively. They have like a switch and they can flick it in two directions. Super fast or super slow. In this case, super slow it is. Works to some degree. Op falling down. KNG can't do too much and find a single frag. The MP9 is, well, not that dangerous. Upgrade to the AK though is. Sand and Yell trying their best. It's gonna work for them. And that means once more tied up. It reminds me a bit of Inferno. Very much looking forward to what will happen once INTZ switches to the T sites. KNG taking mid, or more likely holding mids. INTZ, they want this one round advantage, and you know what? They might get it. They might get it. Cello and Co. looking to prevail. There you see it. KNG yet again to strike, and another one though comes in from the opponent's side. Nevertheless, 128. Deagle and an AK, as I say it. My goodness. Deagle coming down onto Destiny. 2 and 1. I would like to have someone with a probability chart telling me how likely it is that they actually make this work. As I say it, Scald, 2 HP. 35 seconds to do something right now. But being shut down by just nothing else than a spray down. An 827. An INTZ with a train that sets itself up towards B. And as they move directly through the apartments, first one comes in for Skulls. Xant knows how to react to it. And over on shorts. It's getting disgustingly complicated. Nevertheless, both teams have no armor. As you see, one man, one dream One USPS taps away the first. That is so disgustingly good, though, from Yell. No armor, and the shots are on the body and face of Gon. INTZ with the number 9. And therefore, the buy is quite good. Looking forward if the CT will actually force or not. And as they force, I mean, it's a very, very common thing by now, especially with the losing bonus situation. On the other side, the thing, I mean, if there's one thing you're going to take from this entire matchup, if there's one thing you know about after this, is basically evidence and pistols are very, very good friends. As it comes, Destiny takes down one. Yell. This can't be happening. The damage dealt. This can't be happening again. And so the army of INTZ marches on the A side, puts the flag in the ground, acts like it's the moon landing, as it's also heroic because it's their number 10 and therefore the double digits. Oh no, but I got a bad feeling. Mal, he realizes back in connector, another one stays in. There it is, the 2v2. Danger close. Still, Neko should have no chance overall. So the thing, which some, you know, why in God's name would they force? I mean, the question is legit, but after losing bonus has changed, right? This would be 1,400, this would be 1,900. So now it's first losing bonus 1,9, 2,4. So here they got 2,4. And A, they can afford a bit of better weaponry like ZZs, and second of all, in this one, they can buy as usual. If in the old economy, they would have had 1,4, and would force here, and then get 1,9, and they would still wait another, it would be so much time wasted. So, I hope that's a brief explanation of why it makes sense. If you disagree, I accept that. On the other side, I can tell you that I think it makes somewhat sense. I could be horribly wrong, though. Either way, evidence, as seen. Nothing in their hands. I just want to remind you, though, on Inferno, we saw also INTZ with a 13-8 lead. They collapsed. 13-8. They collapsed. As you see, Mech10 and Co. trying to shut them down. I mean, additional money it is. Skull with a nice headshot coming through. KNG, Yell, Jello, I mean... You would expect that there's nothing that can go wrong. If you just joined, you have never seen a pistol round or a pistol sort of force from evidence. This is not even a pistol sort of force. Nevertheless, one player taken out, a few damaged. Considering they came into this round with nothing, it's still more than a lot they got out of it. In the meantime, that's a nice boost to see. He will never expect that, but oh, there comes Destiny. Unfortunate. Peek together. Of course, the wise decision to swing wide twice from two different directions. And INTZ. There they go. Finally find Dumal. Gone, most likely will die in just a second. KNG! Ooh! That was not a longsword, it's a little stubby knife, and therefore out of range, switch it to the AK, and his opponent didn't even realize. Okay then, that's fine. in this round, it's not 100% decisive, but it certainly will get us into a shocking state. Why I'm saying this? It's basically why I'm saying this is basically in the next one, Evidence still has a great upcoming losing bonus. Nevertheless, it's gonna hurt, right? It's gonna hurt. And talking just about that, take a look at side of Evidence. All good, all right, all nice. As I see it, no real chance with 102 HP overall. I mean, if they hit them on the wrong side, yeah, then it might be good. It's nice that Gon has already awareness of it, but yet again, Cello, patient, and nothing done better than Brute at the moment. Oh, but as I say, it's the staff is given away, and that's something I totally dislike. If you would have just waited out for the plant, nobody would have actively checked for him. The bomb down surely is given INTZ a seriously okay situation. He's dodging his death by millimeters. And there comes one frack in. Though the AUG works. Another player back on site. And he kills him with the nade last second. No! This can't be happening. This is so crazy. INTZ! They get number 12 due to that one grenade, and in the end, it was thrown right-handed. He dealt so much damage with the AK, or the SG, and then he kills him with... This is unbelievable ending of it. That this was clutch is already amazing. 102 HP versus 300. And that one jump on CT, I think it was a bit of a mistake. Very honestly, I think it was a mistake. And with doing such wrong things... The patience is there. Damaging your teammate a little is fine. It's just for the banter. Nate's popping deep and doing it all right. Evidence gotta accept the 13-7, and I honestly am not happy about it. So, Yell and Co are on the right track. Oh, and this is so disgusting. Yell! Just waiting back to come out of it. And in the end, fails. There you see evidence. They also play with 4. They got a minute left to defend that A side, send 2 players over. And the funny part is, if you take a look at the mini-map, Skald is moving on top mid. Very enjoyable to see that. Simple reason for that. You can flank if they hold them up for much longer. They pretty much do, to some degree. Bomb still not down. Oh no, and the mistake. Nobody got that position. How? Is the question to me. As though KNG strikes, he's not going to stand another day. And as for INTZ, couldn't stand in that round. Surely they still abuse, pardon, they use all the reserve money they have. With now a bit of aggression coming in. See them directly pushing through. Brilliantly done. The Mac-10 getting 2. And Shallow with frags by the book. Vito Giuseppe is there to take down another. And the system of evidence collapses entirely. Terrorists win. After we saw a bit of a devastating A-side take with connector being left open for a plant, which you might agree with me is very odd. Let's see if INTZ can close the case. Their opponent forced through. There you see it. My goodness, this is a shutdown by the book. Bomb down, 1 op to survive. It's gonna be 15-8. It's gonna be really going that far. A bit surprised, honestly. Terrorists win. And evidence. Again, a mixed buy. Again, not that satisfying. So, pushing out immediately the B side again. And Skull and Go, they would need to play this once more, so perfection. But in the meantime, they do. INTZ hoping for a frag so desperately. First one running in, the op strikes. And 2 remain back of evidence on A. The ball rotates over. And Yell will meet nobody back in T-spawn. As they still didn't execute, you see both players, that was Rot and Gone, moving over. Coming back again. The thing is, whatever happens with INTZ, if they really make it on the A sites, somebody will knock on the back door, but it's not even happening. One step and Vrod will be alerted, and he's alerted anyway! Oof, and that hurts. 20 seconds, by the way. And I'm not so sure what they're chilling about. They're chilling big time. They're chilling very big time. Now they finally get on site. Mono thrown deep. And back on bench. Back on bench, the last player awaits. Yell plants in safety. Oh no, he doesn't! Okay, INTZ with what a whiff! A double no-scope! How in God's name does that make sense? I understand, I really do understand that he checks every single corner, don't get me wrong. But you got Car mollied, so it cannot be Car, pretty much. Behind the pillar, maybe, but either way. Again, this is one of the problems I have with this team. My honest problem here is, why would you play it out in the last 20 seconds? I'm still not a fan of that strategy. If it works though. That's all that matters. In the meantime, come on, sends Destiny away. And here, the AK can't prevail. Seems like Yell and Shelly need to do it pretty much. Make it only Yell. Waits back on ramp. Patiently he is. Oh, the first diffuser gets the second one as well. Holy God! Oh, he saw the op! And now this makes it all more difficult. And he also goes for it! Yell! With a triple in the end to give them nothing else than the 16-9. Whew, that got a little exciting in the end. We'll head into a little break, and we're gonna be right back. My name is Zesh with exclamation mark caster.